country.
Bashar Al-Assad has been re-elected for a fourth term as president of war-ravaged Syria. Official results showed on Thursday. Despite Western accusations, the polls were neither free nor fair. The controversial vote extending Assad's stranglehold on power was the second since the start of a decade-long civil conflict that has killed more than 388,000 people, displaced millions, and battered the country's infrastructure. The parliamentary speaker announced Thursday that Assad garnered 95.1% of the votes cast, trouncing two virtually unknown challengers. Standing against him were former State Minister Abdullah Salum Abdallah and Mohammed Merhi, a member of the so-called tolerated opposition, long dismissed by exiled opposition leaders as an extension of the regime. On the eve of the election, the US, Britain, France, Germany, and Italy said the polls are neither free nor fair, and Syria's fragmented opposition has called it a farce. But few doubted that Assad, a 55-year-old ophthalmologist by training, would be re-elected. In the last multi-candidate poll in 2014, Assad won 88% of the vote. Huge election posters glorifying Assad had mushroomed across the two-thirds of the country under his control in the lead-up to Wednesday's poll. Before the election results were announced, tens of thousands of Syrians gathered Thursday in various cities to celebrate, waving Syrian flags and carrying pictures of Assad, state media reported. The festivities broke out after the election committee, quoted by local TV, said the ballot counting process has been completed in the majority of Syrian provinces. Tens of thousands of people in Tartus province gathered at the city's seafront to celebrate Assad's expected win, according to state news agency Sana. Some danced and beat drums, footage broadcast by Syrian television showed. Thousands of other Syrians rallied in the coastal city of Latakia and Umayyad Square in the capital Damascus, which along with Tartus and Latakia and bastions of the regime. Celebrations were also underway in Aleppo and Swedia, in Syria's south, where a crowd gathered in front of City Hall, state media said. The election was held Wednesday in government-held areas, and state media showed long queues forming outside polling stations, which remained open 5 hours past the planned closing time. The vote took place amid the lowest levels of violence since the war erupted in 2011, but with the economy in free fall. More than 80% of the population live in poverty, and the Syrian pound has plunged in value against the dollar, causing skyrocketing inflation. Assad's campaign slogan, "Hope Through Work," evoked the colossal reconstruction needed to rebuild the country, requiring billions of dollars in funding. Assad was first elected by referendum in 2000, after the death of his father, Hafez al-Assad, who had ruled Syria for 3 years. The UN Syria envoy, Geir Pedersen, said the polls were held under the auspices of the current constitution and not part of the political transition process called for in the Security Council Resolution 2254 of December 2015.